All right, so going over the trade plan, this is a point where we're just unsure how things are going to play out, and we are close to like the monthly open, weekly support, close bullish, and we just don't know how this week's going to play, and we're just expecting a lot of volatility. So the best case scenario is we get overextended and we short the highs. 4,100 would be ideal into supply. Um, we're not even sure if we're going to get that. Um, and that's kind of how just weird this is getting as far as like expectations. We are looking like bullish institutional bias, and we're getting red posturing on the oscillator. So it's this red posturing is either going for that retest on the breaker or it's getting ready to dump. It's just uncertain. Things that I've prepped is basically a sell limit entry into an extension of high ADR. So I don't know how we could go sideways all day Tuesday, and then we get some volatility Wednesday. I have no idea. We could get volatility and a buy up in Tuesday, and then I guess a reclaim. I have no idea how this is going to work. I just know that with the red posturing, it's just saying get ready for sell side. It could come tonight, and we could close lower. So right now we're on a breakout on the 4 hour bearish order block, and then if we get this is the retest. If we get retest resumption to the downside, I have the bot assigned to on the reversal retest, which is currently doing. If we were to close lower, it would get me in. It would get me into the short side, one lot, and then I already have my, ATR trail right here on the 1 hour. It would basically be $50 risk, which would be 2%. And the this one, let's cancel that stop loss. This one, the sell limit here, is pretty much the fill of the daily fair value gap that's up here. So I'm expecting either a breakdown from this 4 hour breaker or this being the first one and we get to the second one. If we check the 12 hour, it makes it a little. So this is kind of why I'm preparing for a short term, near term one, because it looks like we would have to break this in order to tap into around 4,100 all the way up here. So I don't know if that's a possible thing. I just think it's less likely. So I'm prepping for both. It would get me an entry if we close below here, and I basically am going to hold that until I can't. Um, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, um, you know, with the intra week analysis, I think this. That's this one. Intra week analysis. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like we're just getting consistent down on both of these. The um, trading spectrum and the Q spectrum. Like I don't see how I could lose by just positioning bearish. What the oscillator says, it looks like we're going to get some kind of bullish momentum into London, all the way into New York Open, and then we dump. Like this changes every hour. So like it's not necessarily what to expect, but it's something to just like incorporate with structure as you see it hour to hour. But this is how I'm prepping for coming into the consumer sentiment survey Tuesday. I have the bot going. So if we cross and close the 4-hour bar beneath 39.36, it's triggering me for an entry, just like this upward bar. It's a retest kind of resumption kind of deal. So we'll see how well it does it. And I don't know. I'm debating of having this on open range breakout. If I do, I'm thinking about taking off the trailer. Just do break even. Turning off the trailing stop and then holding the position, because my goal is to catch like a big runner, 3% or more, and we just don't know if it's to the upside or downside. And I think as time goes on, we'll learn more information, and it hasn't hit that time yet. But I think as we get closer, we'll get more information, and we'll be able to head that way. And if I'm able to make things break even better, I'm thinking that would be the top. There is no idea to tell if we're near the top. Maybe I'll save this for Wednesday. I'm thinking it's still too early to switch this to on the open range breakout to go that way, and mostly because I'll be looking here. We get in roughly 8 hours. This will move closer. I'm thinking come Wednesday, we'll definitely be getting a yellow band for overbought for a possible top. And possibly, I don't know if the 8 hour is going to be showing a yellow band, but I think definitely the 12 hour is going to be showing. And that's the best I'm going to prepare. I'm going to just be really slow to react. I'm not even going long. It just looks too scary. Like we just need either a drop from this breaker to the downside, or we get the Hail Mary entry. And I think Hail Mary entry is better than no Hail Mary entry in position building to the downside. And that makes me want to wait for Wednesday or Tuesday morning. It makes me want to wait. So I think that's a good thing. And just going slow with this, because we have no idea how the day is going to close. We have no idea how the behavior is going to, we didn't have any bad news going through the weekend. So it's only a matter of time. And we're positioned bearishly here in this window. So until we start putting a green band, we're not going to be thinking bullishly. So it was I was thinking about getting an entry into this breaker we had here, this 1 hour breaker. But I'm thinking, I don't know. It just looks uncertain. Let's just follow the guidance we got here. If we follow the guidance we got here, we'll be at least, we'll make the least amount of mistakes. So position bearishly, waiting for 4 close, or we get the Hail Mary entry. And then if we get the Hail Mary entry, any kind of small time breakdown, 15-minute, 30-minute, we'll be scaling in definitely for every fair value gap that we get on the 5-minute. Any kind of retests, we're definitely going to be scaling in a big position with the E8 because we can swing trade. For the Apex, we're just going to have to do it based upon any kind of market structure break, or the price action indicator in terms of where were we thinking of going. If we get a sell down when we're overextended, we're definitely going to be selling down. If we get a break, getting the Hail Mary entry, like a 15-minute or a 30-minute, we're going to turn on the position builder for the short side. Depends on what time frame. If the Hail Mary entry gets touched roughly pre-New York Open 1 hour before, or all the way till 10:30, ending at 11. If we touch it, we'll turn on the position builder to the downside. But that's kind of just the game plan for trying to, I guess, scale into a position to the short side. Obviously, Apex can only claim so much for closing the trade per day. With the E8, we can hold on to it until we get to our target of 3,000, 3,200, and that could yield a lot of profits. So right now, we have no idea how if this is going to hold overnight, or if we're going to be able to go to our target of 4,100 right now. Just taking it low and slow, expecting some volatility to the upside. We do have like the VIX closing lower, so we expect it to go here. It's so hard to tell what's coming. That it's a nested breaker of the VIX on the 12-hour, and by no means do I want to be anywhere near it. I only want to be near it when it's down here, because then I know, okay, we're running like low on what it could be, or conclusion by exclusion, deduction. Once we get down here, it's pretty simple, like what decision to make. Japanese yen still holding, the US dollar breaking down. So you could feel comfortable with it going down. I just don't feel comfortable with buying long into this. It just feels a little scary, just because I don't know. There's too many probabilities happening in a short time frame. Until we get that close, like I'm not going to be settled with buying long around getting close to the early open. So or even going into resistance exhaustion away from the early open. It feels weird for me, and I'm just going to be waiting for those short opportunities.